Well, hello there, and welcome, citizens of the stars. We are here today to talk about 315, the challenges it brings, and how you can keep from being poor or terrified while playing 315. We're going to go over a couple of my favorite ways to get started in the game, or things you can do when you're down and out and don't have a lot of cash left. I'm also going to be narrating this episode. If it goes well, we'll go ahead and do it in future episodes. Before all that though, if you guys could swing on by to my Twitch channel, I'm over there Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights. And while you're over here on the YouTube, don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe. Alright citizens, I think that's about it. Let's jump in to Star Citizen and 315. Alright citizens, if this is your first time into Star Citizen, you'll have three options on the left. The persistent universe is the one we want. Now, I recommend New Babbage as your starting location after you're done creating your custom character. This is because this location has the best starting options and is the least overwhelming. Once we've selected that, we'll hit Enter Star Citizen Universe. Now, if you get stuck at a loading screen that seems to take a while, don't worry. Your first time loading in, it will take a while to load because Star Citizen has no loading screens. After loading in, you'll come into an apartment where you are currently laying in a bed. Looking around this apartment, we see some details, a little window outside. But if we want to really get up and see details, we can hold the F key, and then we can look around until we see the Get Up option. Pressing that, we'll get out of bed and we'll start to see even more details scattered around the apartment. Lighting is also a draw into this game, but if you really want to take in all the options, you can press the F4 key. This will put you into third person, give you even more viewing angles. From here we can see things like closets, even little plants on display, kitchen area, glasses hanging from the counter there. Over here we see a little kitchenette with some stovetop area for cooking, things like that. All of these are non-functional at the moment, but will provide greater functions later on as Star Citizen moves forward. From here we can look over and see the door with the green keypad on it. If we walk up to that, we're going to go ahead and press and hold F and we can open the door. Doing this, we will start our adventure into the greater unknowns of Star Citizen. Wow, look at that gorgeous landscape. I can't wait to get out there, how about you? The great unknown of Star Citizen. To be whatever you want to be, however you want to be it. Moving on though, looking to the right, we'll see some other apartments. In this case though, we're looking for the elevator. So we're going to go ahead and turn around and head towards the elevator area. From here I can already tell the elevator has not loaded in. This is a common issue with Star Citizen. My recommendation is simply waiting until it loads in, because when it's like this you can't do anything with it, and if you try to walk through you'll probably die. This keypad on the right hand side is where we're going to access the elevator once it loads. After giving it a second, it loads in and we can click on the elevator button with the holding F key again. From in here we'll see a panel where we have all the different floors, and we're going to go down to the lobby. We're greeted by the Nest Apartments lobby when we walk out. Can we just take in the beauty of all these colors? Alright, that's enough taking in. Let's move forward. Coming out into the lobby, we'll notice the Brentworth Care Center across the way. This is where you're going to respawn if you were to die, or in this case, regenerate. More on that in later episodes, but let's move forward. Going back out, if we take a right or a left, we'll be brought to a staircase where we can go down into the metro, which will take us to various locations, but in this case, we're more so worried about going to the spaceport. After going down 2 flights of stairs, we'll step into the metro where we'll be given 2 options. On the right hand side, we'll see the commons, where right now the IAE show floor is happening. But in our case, we want to head over to the left hand side, where if we look there, we'll see the spaceport option. That's where we want to go so we can get into space. Walking through these centers, you always see these little signs scattered around to tell you where you are, where you're heading. So in this case, we want to go to the spaceport, and it says the train is arriving in about 10 seconds over here on the right hand corner. So we'll just wait for that train to arrive, that way we can hop aboard and head to the spaceport. And here it comes now. We'll step inside, and from here we can find a seat if we'd like, or we can stay standing. In this case, we'll sit down and we'll take in some of the scenery. The view from these trams is always beautiful on each planet, so don't be afraid to ride them around for a little bit and take in all the details. Entering into the spaceport, we'll exit to the left. We'll follow this out until we get through to the elevators to take us up. We'll go ahead and grab one of these elevators the same way we did before by pressing the button. And then we'll go up to the terminal section. And stepping out of the terminal section, we'll have a little walking to do, but we'll head to the left. We'll have to pass through security. Here you'll see some of the guards that keep this location safe. Continuing through security, once we get through this area, we'll enter into the actual lobby area. And the beauty of Star Citizen continues to always amaze me. As we step up here, we pass by some workers on their way to their various jobs. We'll see all of Microtech before us in its beauty. Wow. Actually, it looks like we may have a traveler coming in to land at this location. Yes, looks like we have a Mercury Star Runner coming in for a landing. Good day, citizen. Now, as far as we're concerned, we're going to turn left to move forward, where we'll have multiple options. On the right-hand side at the top of the stairs, we're going to go ahead and see hangars. Later on, that's where we're going to go to acquire our ship and take off. To go over some of the other options that are on this floor, we have the ship rentals to the left across from the hangars. Here we can rent a ship if we'd like to get a ship at a cheaper cost to be able to use for various missions in the game. Maybe you have a starter ship that's just not cutting it and you'd like to try out some other ships. You can step up to the Regal Luxury Rentals screen here and hit Use. From there you can see a couple different options. We'll touch base on this later, but for right now, let's move forward so we can see some of the other options. At the top of the stairs on the left-hand side, you'll see Surface Entrance. This is a great location to go if you have a friend that already has a ship that wants to pick you up and doesn't want to have to land first. If we head over to the elevators and use them like we've been using all the other ones, we'll go ahead and step inside, and we'll go ahead and use the Surface Exit option. From here we can take a left and we can move forward till we see the door at the end. Now if we're going to go outside, it's important to remember we need a spacesuit on and helmet on. So we'll get to the inventory by pressing I, and we'll find our suit and our helmet if we don't already have it equipped. Ugh, snowstorm's possible. Glad we put on our helmet. Let's go outside and see what it looks like. Now it looks pretty clear to me. But we take a second and just enjoy this view, huh? Wow. Star Citizen never ceases to amaze. Well, since our survival estimate is less than 30 minutes, we should probably start heading inside and move on to the next thing. Continuing through, we'll head back to the elevators from where we came, so we can get back down to the lobby area. Sometimes these doors are tricky. Alright, heading down to the terminal. We'll step back outside. we'll go ahead and head out and then down to the right so we can head back to the hangar area we saw before. From here, if we walk up to one of these screens in front of us, we can call in a ship. In your case, you'll probably only have one. You might have a couple extra if you're doing the free fly event. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Avenger Titan in this case. You can upgrade to this ship, or you can buy this out the door with a game package. I personally think it's the most well-rounded starting ship, even though it only cost a couple bucks extra in comparison to the other two. From here, we're going to go ahead and go to the hangar that it showed on the screen. In my case, it's hangar 4. Once stepping out, we'll get to have one of our many moments in Star Citizen that's unlike any other. Seeing our ship for the first time is jaw-dropping, even with a smaller ship like the Titan. Moving around a ship, taking in all the details is part of Star Citizen, so go ahead, do it. There's no rush, just enjoy all the details. As we progress around, you'll notice the 2 dots on the ship. Those are showing locations where we can enter the ship in this case. Some ships only have one entrance, some ships have many. In this case, we have a lower cargo area in the back we can go in. We also have a ladder up front where we can hop right in the cockpit. We'll go ahead and progress through the back side so you can see some of the details on our way through to the cockpit. We turn around, we can go ahead and close the door behind us. That way nobody random jumps on our ship while we're hanging out here. With a little bit of room for cargo, and then a small living section, the Titan is well equipped for all adventures. Let's get in the cockpit and start takeoff procedures. Alright, my ship's already started up from previous adventures, but you may have to find the power on button, and you may want to look for other options like shutting the exterior, turning on your engines, or other things by using the F key, holding it, and looking around to see what options you have. But since we're already powered on, we're going to mainly try to focus on calling in the station so that we can get approval for liftoff and get these hangar doors open. You can do that by selecting the screen on the side and hitting the little menu button. From here you'll get a whole bunch of options. Don't forget you can mouse wheel down to scroll through the options. We're looking for comms in this case. There's our spaceport option. We're going to go ahead and hail them by clicking the little Wi-Fi looking symbol. If this doesn't work for you and is being finicky, you can press the F11 key. That'll bring up your chat options. If you go to the Friends tab, you can see the spaceport in there and hail them with that little plus button on the right hand side. Once we get confirmation, they'll open the hangar doors. We can hit F4 to go into third person on our ship. This makes it a little easier for takeoff to make sure you're clearing those doors and things like that, especially on larger ships. If we press the N key, we can put away those landing gear since we don't need them right now. We can thrust forward using the W key, and boom, we're moving out and we're about to look at the beauties of Star Citizen once again, a little bit closer and a little more personal. This is a moment for all citizens that they should enjoy. Don't rush this, take in these details. We'll get to space in that next episode. I really appreciate everyone who's joined me so far in this one. Any positive feedback, I'd appreciate that too. If you can like, and possibly even subscribe, we'll check out future content soon. And in that next episode, we'll jump into space and go over some more options. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you later, citizens.